Hi everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. When life gets harder, let us ask God to make us stronger. Amen. Today I'm going to share with you a lovely dessert that I make. It's a semolina and coconut pudding. So the ingredients for this, what we need is, we'll need a frying pan that's there, and the rest of the ingredients over here I've got 250 grams of semolina, that's Suji, it's quite fine. I've got 2 eggs that's beaten up, and we'll need a bowl to mix it in, and I've got 60 grams of coconut, desiccated coconut. I've got 70 grams of icing sugar, and I've got 80 mils of butter, melted butter. You could use oil if you want. And we'll need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. We'll need 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla essence. In here I've got 250 mils of milk, and we'll need a dish to put the dessert in, to put the pudding in. And I've greased this and kept aside. And we'll need a little bit of semolina to sprinkle on it. And we'll need cherries, dark cherries or the black or the red cherries for decoration. And we'll need half a cup of sugar I've got here and half a cup of water, and we need to make a syrup out of this. Okay, the first thing what we need to do is we need to roast the semolina. Okay, so the frying pan's already hot, so what we do is, and we need to start moving it quickly because we don't want it burnt, we don't even want it brown. Just a slightly golden color, keep moving it, so it's like a roasted semolina. So this will take at least 3 to 4 or maybe 5 minutes, but do not let it get burnt. You can see the Suji has had its 4 to 5 minutes and it hasn't changed its color, but it's still roasted the Suji. So why we do this is because it gives the dessert a lovely nutty flavor. So once that's done, you keep that aside. Because we don't want it to get brown. And we've taken it off the heat. Okay, so now what we need to do is here, in the milk, I've changed the jug so we can put the egg in it. So in the milk, we're going to add the 2 beaten eggs. And at least 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla essence, and give that a mix and put that aside. Put the vanilla essence aside. Now what we need to do is put all the Suji, the semolina in here. And then mix the icing sugar. It's quite easy and quick to make this dessert. And then put baking powder, 1 teaspoon. And give that a stir. Now you put the butter. You can either put melted butter or oil, like I said. And mix that now nicely. Keep pressing it from the back of the spoon so it looks like breadcrumbs. You must roast the Suji first. It really makes a lot of difference rather than putting raw Suji. That's semolina. So that's how it should look like. Now you're going to add the coconut and then give that a stir. It's already smelling lovely. And then what you do is take the mixture, the egg, the milk and the vanilla essence, And now you put it all in here and then give that a stir. Doesn't matter if it's a bit runny, because now we need to let it rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes, and all the semolina will soak up all the liquid. Now after the semolina has been resting, that's how it should look like, the mixture. And if you think it's still runny after the resting period, you can just add a little bit of desiccated coconut. And like we said, we needed a dessert dish, so this is greased with butter, and the semolina, you just sprinkle some semolina at the bottom of it. And while the suji mixture was resting, we needed to put the oven on. So the oven's on 175 degrees. So that's already preheated. So now all you need to do is start pouring all this in here. It smells like Suji halwa. Okay, and then just spread it out. You definitely need to grease the dish so the thing doesn't stick. Okay, after leveling it all out, okay, in my house we are big dessert eaters, so I cut big slices, so just roughly, so we know where the decorations are going. You just make some lines in here, and then you just decorate it with maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's see, let's put 1 cherry each. There you go. Okay, maybe in the middle one we can put 2, just to use it up. Okay, so that's the decorations done. You could decorate it with almonds, pistachio, walnut or pecan nuts, anything. So now what you need to do is, the oven's already preheated. Now this needs to go into the oven between 30 to 40 minutes, but start checking it like we check the cake. Put the knife in, after 30 minutes start checking it. You can see the lovely semolina and coconut dessert is out of the oven. It looks beautiful and it's cooked beautifully, and it took half an hour. So while now this is resting, the pudding is resting, we need to make the syrup. So the half a cup of water, put the water in there. It's very easy and very quick. Put some vanilla essence in there and put the half a cup of sugar in there. All you have to do is keep stirring the sugar till the water comes to a boil. You can see I've been stirring it till all the sugar dissolved, and now it's starting to come to a boil, because we don't need to caramelize this, just need sugary syrup. So as soon as it starts to boil, which it's going to start to boil now, we can turn it off and now let it cool down. It's come to a full boil, and that's it. Now let it cool down. Okay, now the syrup that's made, so now what we do is, wherever the mark was, you can cut it again, so it's easier to dish out. And then we do is take the syrup and now start drizzling the syrup. all soaking into the. And now just let this cake rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, now that the syrup is all nicely soaked in, so we had already cut it, so now you need to dish it out. You could use any dishes if it's easier. Wow, look at that, it's a nice big piece. So you can do a smaller piece if you want. And now what you do is, this is really, really nice with either ice cream or some cream. I use cream. So what you do is just drizzle some cream around it. There you go. That's your lovely semolina and coconut dessert. So like I said, it's really, really delicious. You try it and let me know how it came out. And don't forget to share and my link with your family and friends, and we'll go and enjoy this, and you go and enjoy the pudding when you make, and I shall see you next week or next time with some delicious recipes.